Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the wonderful, wonderful show we call Live Better. Why is Chad so close to the camera? Why is he so close? It's kind of creepy, I know. But guess what? We had what everyone always has when they go live, issues. And today it has to do with cameras and internet. But more about that shortly. So here's what's going to happen. My camera, for some reason, only wants to focus on me when I'm really close, but I can't do the whole show that way. So I'm going to back up, but I will be fuzzy. So now you know ahead of time, Chad is out of focus in more ways than one, but that's not the point. I'm just glad you're here and with me today on Live Better because we have an incredible guest here today. My friend Molly Mahoney is going to be here with us to share. Who knows? When it's Molly, you don't know where the show might go. It could go all over the place. But our goal is to talk about live streaming and repurposing your live stream. So, you know what? Enough about me and my fuzzy, out of focus issue. It's always fun when you go live and you find out that your internet provider is doing maintenance on your internet. And so you have to switch to the hotspot on your phone. So that's one of the things we're dealing with, which means I had to switch cameras. That's a whole technical thing. We're not even going to get into it. Molly's laughing in the background, wondering what in the world have I gotten into? So with that in mind, let's just bring her in. Wow. I already looked fuzzy. Now I really look fuzzy.
It's just, really, we're all working towards clarity this year. We're showing up, and we're showing up perfectly imperfect. So the thing is we just make the most out of it and lean into the possibility. And this way, I was saying earlier, we all got to see how beautiful your eyes are. I had no idea. Lainey gets to look into those beautiful eyes.
Yes. Sometimes I just have to tell her, hey, stop.
But don't stop if you're here watching us. This show, whether or not Chad is in focus, today we're going to be talking about repurposing. And I am already freaking out because Chad gave me controls so I can change what's happening right now. And Chad has been telling me all week how amazing this tool is. And I was like, yeah. But really, it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And Luria, this is way too much control. You shouldn't have done this. But Luria, you know how we've talked about forever about a browser-based live streaming tool that allows you to move things around and more customizable? I think we actually found it. I'm so stoked. This is so cool.
Molly, have you tried hovering over you or me?
Well, that's what I just saw, and I was worried that maybe I was going to mess with things too much. But like if I do this, I see that I can actually watch. I can make Chad very small, and then I can take over while we're live. Oh my gosh, it's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Absolute power.
I can be like, I am God taking over this show.
Oh, all right. Now, if only now I just needed to get this camera to work. I had switched. Some people who do this a lot, they'll know what NDI is, and so I use NDI and I use my phone as my camera because I really actually get a really good picture on it. And I'd been having issues with my camera. Well, today we get ready to start the show, and I'm like, why can't I download this image? And so I run a speed test, and my speed test was like, no, we're not even going to run the speed test because it's not worth my time. And so I'm like, what is going on? So I'm unplugging, I'm rebooting, I'm restarting, trying to do all the things and trying to get in touch with the fiber optic people. And the clock seemed to start going faster and faster. It was time for the show. So we're doing the Wi-Fi hotspot. So if, so there you go.
And it's perfect.
So we may have to make, we may let you make me smaller.
We're here. And anybody who comes in later is going to be like, why is Chad out of focus? But we're just not going to worry about it because we're going to show up with so much fire today that it's not even going to matter. It's so good.
Right. My brain just like, okay, focus, Chad, focus. You're on stage. Things happen.
Things happen. And if we don't draw attention to it, no one will know. And they'll just think Molly got a major camera upgrade. Or they'll think they're
right. It's not my camera. It's Molly. Just blame you guys. Say, listen, folks, we do this every Wednesday. And of course, the goal here, as we always say, is to come together to learn together how to live better. And that's because, things happen, right? Mistakes happen. Molly's going to share some quirky, crazy thing that happened to her
Oh my gosh, I
recently too.
am.
But if you'd like to see us learn together how to live better, make mistakes together, do all kinds of crazy things together, then of course we want to make sure that you remember to do all the things: subscribe, like, hit the bells, all the buttons. Just press them all. Any links we send you, just click them. They're safe. And we just want you to subscribe so we make sure you don't ever miss out on anything we have going on here. But enough about me, Molly. Wow.
Hey. Can we, I just had an idea right before we went live with this, which I know we talked about some things like giveaway type stuff, but I also thought it might be fun. Can we do a giveaway of my children's book?
I mean,
would you guys be okay with that? Because this is actually one of the things that we've repurposed. So we took a video strategy that we teach and we repurposed it into a children's book. So can we do a nugget giveaway? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. Hey, so people in the background picking people for prizes. We're going to have 2 prizes, grand prizes today. One will be Molly's new children's book, and the other is a little mini course that you're going to let people possibly win, right?
Yeah, so we've got the top 10 organic social media posts, which you guys can get for free. Everybody here can get. And then we also have, I have a 5-part video series that is a little kickstart to show you how to show up with video and get clients. So if you know me, I show up imperfectly and sometimes with a fuzzy camera. We generated over $2 million in collected revenue before I actually bought a camera, which I think is so funny, teaching people how to use video. So we have this little mini course. It is a show up with video kickstart so that you can show up and get clients. It's a 5-part video series and we sell it for $97, but I'm going to give it away to somebody today too. How do you guys usually pick those winners?
It's based on engagement. So they pick from names that they are seeing. So if you want a chance to win, you have to do like Molly does and show up. Right? And then not only show up, but you have to, as Molly also says, decide to engage.
You do have to decide. A lot of this, when it comes to repurposing, there are options. We're going to dive into so much about this repurposing stuff today. And what usually happens is a lot of people choose to be overwhelmed, but you can decide that it's easy. So we like to say out loud, this is so easy.
Oh, yes.
It's so
Piece
easy.
Of cake. Piece of cake. No problem at all.
You guys, I just need to say also before we went live, Chad literally was doing cartwheels behind the scenes trying to get this dang camera to focus. And then he'd put his hand up front and it would focus on his hand, and like mine's doing, right? And then he was like, okay, stay there, watch, try it. Stay there, stay there, stay there. And he's like, okay,
good.
okay.
Good,
Yep. And then
good.
Right about here.
Love your hand. Love your hand. Love your hand.
Not anymore. Oh my gosh. All right. But we're focused on you.
Great
we're not
hand.
focused on ourselves.
Oh, sorry guys. This is what happens when well, anytime Molly and I are together, pretty much. So Molly, here, let's just, so people, understand that you are legit. How long have you been doing the whole live streaming game?
We started focusing on live streaming in 2016. So I launched my company in 2013. And at that point, I had been working before that as a professional musical theater performer. I had been doing that for, 20 years or something. And then we decided to switch everything. I moved to California from New York after working as a professional performer for many years and was helping performers to build their career. So I was showing them how to show up online. I was showing them how to do their auditions. I was teaching singing lessons. And that's where our company, The Prepared Performer, came from. And in 2016, when Facebook Live came out, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go all in on this live video thing. And rather than teaching performers how to build their career, I started teaching business owners how to perform. And I didn't really do much with like Periscope and those other things that were available in the world of live streaming. But once Facebook Live came out, man, I went all in and we launched a brand new program. It was called Camera Confidence. And within 3 months, we did $50,000 in sales from nothing, which was so cool. So yeah, and now we have some pretty awesome case studies we can share, and we have loads of clients who are rocking it, and it's just so fun.
Wow. Someone says, "Is Molly really legit?" She's the bomb. By the way, if you look in the link, the post for this, if you're joining us from Facebook, there's a link in the post you can click to allow Facebook to show who you are in the comments, unless you wish to remain anonymous, which is, also okay, depending on what you want to say. So, and we've got Kate in the background, by the way. She's running all of our production and comments, and I'm probably driving her crazy because I'm pushing things I'm probably not supposed to. And I need to just, yeah. Anyway, so since you started live streaming, what's changed?
Oh my gosh, so much. We know one of the biggest things, and this is actually a repurposing tip that I want to get into also. One of the biggest things is the fact that you used to be able to just, especially with Facebook, you used to be able to just go live and all of a sudden have a bajillion people on your videos, right? You would just show your big face right there and everybody would be like, whoa, someone's live. I have to see what's happening. But the space has become so much more crowded that you really have to do things to get people's attention. And you have to use other strategies around your live videos to be able to drive traffic to them. So we can't just trust that the algorithm will give us that love. We have to actually take control of the algorithm, especially when it becomes, when we think about organic reach. And that's one of the things that we really specialize in, is not only repurposing your content by just chopping it up and putting it places, but it's using it strategically to not only drive more reach, more visibility, more engagement, and also more sales. So that's one of the biggest things that's changed, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Wow. We have so many comments in here today. I can't even keep up.
Also,
apparently,
when it comes to things that change, like there's so many more tools now that we can use, like this brand new tool from Wave, which is I'm seeing for the first time today, and it's so cool. But there's so many ways that we can use technology to make things easier, whether it's something like this, or it's like attaching messenger bots to your videos, or all different kinds of things that we love to use, like automations, to be able to drive more traffic too. So it's pretty cool.
It's also funny that you just showed your coffee mug, because my coffee mug is so appropriate today.
What is it? Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Wait, let's do this, because we can repurpose this into a GIF, which you actually helped me so much with. If we cheers, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheers. My cup just disappeared. But
yeah, I know, it's like cheers. Whoa.
Not too far.
Over cheered. We over cheered. So okay, some people are comfortable on Facebook. Some people are comfortable with pre-recorded video and those kinds of things. But convince me that I should multi-stream, or convince me that I shouldn't.
You know what? This is actually big, because I used to be totally anti multi-streaming. So if you are potentially not convinced, I will convince you right now. So I used to think that when you multi-stream, and this still is kind of true, but I'll explain why it doesn't matter. When you multi-stream, you're actually diluting the comments, right? So you're diluting the engagement. You're not going to get a big boost of traffic necessarily to one place, because you're streaming in so many different places. And so your audience is potentially watered down. With that in mind, we started multi-streaming to YouTube, just Facebook and YouTube, last year. And what I would do is I would choose whether I wanted people to go to Facebook or I wanted people to go to YouTube. And that's what I would do when I would send out information ahead of time about where I was going to be, right? So I'd send a broadcast via an email, I'd send a broadcast via text message, and I'd send a broadcast via ManyChat or messenger bots via Facebook Messenger, and send them to one of those streams to try and really bring that in. Now, this gave me the chance to be able to see how it even works to stream on YouTube. Even though I wasn't directing much traffic there, I was getting used to it and kind of figuring it out. And what I recognized also is that our business pages, they're just not getting the organic reach that they used to. So it was a lot of work to get people to remember that the live stream was even happening, and scheduling these emails and all this kind of stuff. So we started playing with, what if every once in a while we also stream on our personal profile? We also stream in a Facebook group, and we also maybe stream on LinkedIn, right? And what that does is it just grabs those people who may have forgotten that you're going live. They're scrolling through wherever they're at. It meets them where they're at. And then while we're live, we'll mention, you know, the real party's happening over here on YouTube, or the real party's happening over here on Facebook. And that allows us to catch those extra people, bring them to the main party. And if one of these platforms goes down, if one of these platforms breaks, if for some reason like your account gets hacked, then you know that you have the ability to move that party bus instantly. So you can move people from one of these platforms to the other because you've already built up.
Wait. Platforms don't go down and accounts don't get hacked. That doesn't happen.
For reals, right? Like ever. Never. We have someone. I'm actually going to go grab. My niece just brought me tea to go with my coffee, and I'm going to grab it because I'm crazy.
Well, there you go. There you go. So while we're here alone with my fuzzy face,
we have someone who recently, one of our clients who goes lives all the time. Her live videos are amazing. She sells, just to prove that anyone can do this, she sells a skin tag removing machine. You know, so normal. And she's killing it. She just hit her second. Oh, this would be her third, maybe 7-figure year. I should check in with her about that because she's rocking it. And she somehow, her personal profile got hacked recently, even though she had 2-factor identification on. And whoever it was that hacked her did a live video with some like hate information, whatever. They blocked her from being able to go live for a whole month because of that video, but it was somebody else that had hacked into her account. And, you know, I have always been such an advocate of the Book of Faces, and something happened to us last year. 2 things happened to us last year that made me realize, like, we cannot trust Mr. Marky Mark anymore. Like, for real. We're going to use that platform as much as we can. It's still my favorite to hang out on and to like connect with people, but I have a major backup plan in place, and the repurposing piece of it is so important. So, yeah.
And as you told that story, did a song pop in your head?
Okay, it did. Those of you that don't know, Chad and I, is it where we initially met? I think it's where we initially met, right?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't that time. It was the time before that, but yeah.
So Chad and I met doing a musical spoof at Social Media Marketing World. Those of you that are going to Social Media Marketing World, I have big news, which I'll share whenever Chad tells me I can. Those of you that aren't going yet, after I share this big news, you may decide you're going to go. But Chad and I did this musical theater spoof, which we've done for the past 4 years, I think. And the last one that we did was an Annie theme, and I got to play kind of a Miss Hannigan character, but I sang the song, the Hooverville song, and the whole thing was, we'd like to thank you, Mr. Zuckerberg, for really showing us the way. And I basically told them off on stage in front of thousands of people, and it was amazing.
Well, it was so much fun. But it's funny, I put up here the Molly multi-streaming method, and somebody commented,
Those are my initials also, actually. Molly Marie Mahoney. Good.
Well, there you go. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Okay, so if I'm gonna multi-stream,
yeah,
which channels should I multi-stream?
Yeah, so I mean, it really depends on where your people are, right? And I will say sometimes people will say like, "Oh, you should be on my show because I'm streaming on 30 platforms." That doesn't mean that you're going to get actual people watching your show. Just because you click the multi-stream button, like newsflash, that does not instantly solve things for you. So you just want to make sure that you're building community there, right? So I do sometimes stream on LinkedIn, but I personally, it just does not bring me joy. Doing things on LinkedIn does not bring me joy. I have played with it for 3 years, and at this point, it still does not bring me joy. So our big focus this year is the more fun you have, the more money you make. And so focus on the places that bring you joy. So for me, the main things that I do are Facebook and YouTube. With LinkedIn, you can't pre-schedule your video. So I don't know how that works with Wave, but it gets a little tricky when you're streaming on LinkedIn because you can pre-schedule it on Facebook, YouTube. Like for my show that I have at noon today, noon Pacific, with Nika Stewart, who had over 100 million views on her videos, which is so crazy. We're streaming in loads of places for that one because it's our first big show of the year. So I'm streaming on my Facebook business page, my YouTube channel, my personal profile, my free group, and my paid group. So I'm streaming in all those places because this information that Nika has to share is like super crazy awesome. And then my main goal for this year is we're going to be driving as many people as we can to YouTube. After we had the craziest moment of my live streaming life happen to us last year, we increased our YouTube engagement by 1,075% because of this crazy mess.
Wait, say that percent again.
1,075.
Wow. That's over 10 times.
It's bananas. I have screenshots of it if you want to see.
That's crazy.
So with that in mind, we took a break for a couple of months, but we're going to be now coming back into this year. YouTube is going to be one of our focuses.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah.
I love it. I love everything you do though, and you know that. So let's go from the live streaming. Now we've done our live stream and we've done our different pieces, which by the way, guys, you want to visit Molly online because she has a very, very detailed step-by-step, super incredible method of taking everything she does is done with an exact purpose. She goes live. It's for this reason. It's to get people to go here, to do this, to do that, whatever. And she teaches in detail how to do the same things that she's doing. And she's very good at teaching it. So she's not just somebody who's like, here's my course. I'm not sure what I'm doing. No, Molly knows what she's doing. She does everything that she teaches. And it's been successful. But let's go from the live streaming now and tell us what is your repurpose in life? But
okay, can I share this screenshot? I just brought it up of our YouTube stuff.
Yeah, you can.
Let me see.
Go to the share screen.
Yes, amazing. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like I said, and I'm gonna do this. Okay. And then I don't know, does Kate pull it into the stream? Yes, so cool. Yeah. So this was when we had this crazy, the day that Facebook died last year, we had a 5-day challenge that was happening, and we had sent everyone to our Facebook page because we were going to be doing 5 videos on Facebook. But 2 minutes before I went live, I got a notification in the back of my live streaming tool that said, hey, this isn't going to work today. And I was like, and we always use a forwarding link. We use Rebrandly, and we use a forwarding link to send people to our videos. So I was able to pivot like that and send everyone to YouTube. And I hadn't been doing much on YouTube, just kind of sneaking things in the background. But check this out. Oh my gosh. It was like the coolest thing ever. And so now we've learned so much by having everyone join us over there on YouTube. And this pivot, I mean, we got 200 subscribers, like crazy. It was so cool. So I just wanted to show that screenshot because it was awesome. And this is my YouTube channel for those that asked. It's The Prepared Performer.
Prepared Performer. And if you noticed, as she was doing her little presentation there, we were able to move her around and put her wherever we want so she could point at the things and be in the things. And I was minimized over here on the side. By the way, we also have little circle views if we want to do it with a circle.
It's like circles. The coolest thing ever.
Right? Awesome. It really is. We can put you wherever we want and then put you into, she's going to talk over here. Isn't that so great? And it's all based. It's so flippin' ridiculous. Okay, so cool. What do you attribute this spike? What caused the spike?
Well, so the real thing is that we made sure that we didn't rely on these platforms to do the reach, to increase the reach for us. So we had people opt in to get notified about this happening, even though it was going to be a live stream. Most people that I see, before they even get to the point where they're repurposing things, they just go live or they just send people to their Facebook page. They don't ask people to opt in to be notified about the live video. So we have a whole system, and I actually have a screenshot of that, which I can do. We have a whole system called the Map to Millions, and the Map to Millions is a strategy that allows you to drive traffic to the live video. So I can share this right here. So what we do is we do a post ahead of time where people comment below that post. And at that point, when they comment below, we reach out, we get their email address, we get their phone number, we get all of these things. So we get them to opt in, and then we send them to this middle thing, which sometimes we use Be Live, but it looks like maybe we're going to be using Wave coming up here soon because it's so cool. And from here, then the magic of this is that we use a rebrandly link. So you can use pretty links, you can use whatever you want. You just create a forwarding link. So what we were able to do was we didn't lose the 700 people that had opted in for this video. We were able to redirect them somewhere else. So we were able to send a broadcast and say, hey, Facebook's dead. Join us over on YouTube. And the same link that we had already sent them was forwarded to YouTube. So like in literally minutes, we moved everyone. And then it was like the comments on this video were so crazy. Like, Molly broke Facebook so she could prove that her multi-streaming works. Like it was this whole really awesome thing. And then
Molly broke it.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
So cool. So
that's
cool.
impressive to have people think you have that much power.
I mean, maybe we do. Who knows?
Maybe you do. I'm thinking it's possible. Hey, one thing, by the way, you notice this happens sometimes. Oh, well, we just got covered up, but that's okay. We hold on. You want to show comments? We will do the old little there. Okay, comment away. But sometimes your
this
logo,
is so cool.
You want if your logo's up in the corner, but then like when we were sitting here a minute ago, we were like this, but it was covering up your part of your screen share, but we still want the logo. So you know what? We can't just move the cameras. We can also move the logo and put it where we want it. So
I don't know why no one else has done this. This is like what I've been begging for years.
It's crazy.
It's amazing and
super fun.
I love it. So that's like the thing about how we're getting people to the videos. And that's really what I attribute the huge, crazy increase that we had on YouTube was because our team member Kimiko explains it like this. Like, I don't think I've ever been to an actual rave, but I hear that if you go to a rave, sometimes they get shut down like by the police. So you have to maybe move people. So rather than inviting people to the actual location, we're inviting them to our party bus, which is this forwarding link. And then we can take them wherever we want. I could decide this week I'm going to send you to Facebook and next week I'm going to send you to YouTube. I am directing the place that we're going to. So it's pretty cool.
What are as they're doing this live streaming, repurposing, and making all of this content, and there's so many opportunities to make a critical error. What are ways that what are processes and things you have in place to make sure this doesn't happen? Go to jail. Go directly to jail.
The first thing is you just have to know that problems are going to happen. Just be okay with it, right? Like I think the thing about being a prepared performer is knowing that anything can happen at any time. So as long as you as a human being have done your inner work, you know what it is that makes you awesome, even if you have a blurry camera, right? There's things that allow us to be able to keep going through, which a lot of that actually happens from within. I should meet you up there. It's the way that we handle, the way we react. I mean, when that thing happened with Facebook, I could have freaked out and canceled the whole thing, but I didn't. And the funny thing is our Facebook ad account had been hacked the first day of traffic and conversion, which I was emceeing. So I was on stage all day. I got off and my team was freaking out because someone spent $20,000 on our Facebook account. So I could have at that point been like, I'm giving up, but I just stay tuned into the possibility and know that it's okay. So it's good. Yeah. All right. I like misdirected you. You wanted to talk about repurposing, but I just wanted to finish that little magic.
No, that's okay. We're this is we're sponsored by ADHD, so I just take the show wherever it goes, right? one of our proud sponsors here. By the way, guys, people have also been asking about this new tool from Wave Video. If you don't have an account, you want to go to wave.video and sign up, and then you can sign up for the beta. And I know a lot of you are going to say, but I've already signed up for the beta. When am I going to get the beta? It's coming. A little bird told me as soon as possibly next week, it'll start rolling out. So
whoa,
I'm not making promises, but that's part of the deal is we want people to be able to beta test it and help us, tweak some things. But we also wanted to have some other things tightened up a little bit more, right? Because we want to make sure that you're getting the best experience possible. But that's what I'm hearing. So just so you know, It's there. So sign up, because I mean, it's so much fun. Molly, I don't know if we told you this, by the way, in this new Wave live streaming tool, with your Wave account, while you're editing videos, which you can use Wave for repurposing, because it will format your videos into all the different sizes you need for all the
Totally.
different platforms. You can also save anything that you make in your Wave video editing tool into a folder that will make all of those things automatically accessible to you when you're live streaming.
Ooh, that's cool. And then you can pull it straight from within that folder?
Yep, you don't have to download, upload,
Oh
reload.
my
It's just
gosh. That's really
there,
awesome. Like super awesome.
right? That
Yes.
is like super killer.
Is that how you're
And
doing the little like intro videos and stuff that you had on there?
yeah, so they're all created in Wave Video. But then when you save it in your Wave editor, you save it to your overlays folders or your different folders, and they're just there.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and then when this video is over today, immediately the team can access, because we can share stuff within Wave Video, can access
huge,
this
because
video.
That's one of the things that is a bummer about one of the other tools that edits their live streams, because only the person who did the live stream can log in like through their personal Facebook account. You can't share it with somebody else, and that's been a little tricky for us. So I like it.
Well, and with the click of a button, they can turn it into a landing page,
This is stupid.
or put it into an email, right?
Oh my
With a
gosh.
click of a
Okay.
button, you
And
can
if
send
you
an
just
email.
joined us, because I know like I told Ella that she needed to, I messaged her on Slack privately. I was like, oh my God, you have to get on this show to watch this tool. But Ella, I just pulled your name on the up on the stream as the guest because they gave me that permission, which maybe they shouldn't have done. I can also change the layout throughout the whole entire thing. I can also make Chad really, really tiny and go over down there in the corner.
Oh my goodness. Let's just see how far. Now there's one of the things we have to work on, right? Is trying to figure out how do we make the name small enough that you can still read it. My name turned into CH ... But that's hilarious.
It's like
Yeah,
amazing.
so many incredible things.
Yes,
So,
and I remember to keep the nuggets coming, because I'm going to pick a nugget winner for our children's book, but we'll see. Keep nuggets coming. I love it.
Well, we will be announcing the winners here soon. There's been so much engagement, so I'm sure our team is going crazy trying to figure out, okay, we have to get somebody. But just a reminder, you're going to have a chance. Our first two winners are going to win. One will win a copy of Molly's new children's book, and the other is going to win access to a mini course by Molly. And if it's by Molly, it's fabulous. So we're awesome. Finding my awesome. And our other two winners, well, of course, are going to get a pack of our lovely Wave Video stickers. That includes the very coveted yellow Chad. So
how are you adding all this stuff? Because I can't do that on my side, can I?
So there's another level of access that I need to give you so that you can access the media that I'm using.
Okay.
But what's great though is that with the access you have right now, though, if you had a folder of stuff, you can bring your brand folder in with you. So as a guest, you can also access your Wave Video stuff.
That is so cool.
Right. So, but if you feel left out, I will make sure that we get you a copy of the yellow Chad, the coveted sticker that everyone wants. So they should be sending those.
I'm a pirate now. I only have one earring on. Hey, can I am like pulling up all this repurposing stuff behind the scenes. Can I show some cool repurposing stuff?
Let's do it. That's what I love.
Okay, I'm gonna screen share it.
Let's give everybody a little taste of what it's like to go through something with Molly.
Okay, so I'm going to share this, and I'm going to start here. So, first of all, when it comes to repurposing, I think most people they have limited possibility. They think like, okay, so I can take this video, maybe I can chop it up into some snippets. They think, okay, I can take this video and maybe I can make a quote card out of it, right? That's usually where most people live when they think about repurposing. I am going to blow your mind and show you so many other things that you can do with repurposing. And I'm going to walk you through one piece of content and how we've turned this into so many different things. So the first thing is if you actually prepare ahead of time and you decide on your title and your description. And we love to use bullet pointed content for this, because when we use bullet pointed content, it makes it super easy to repurpose it like that. You don't have to, oh, just like that. Ding, ding. Okay, so can we screen share this my Facebook profile that I brought up here?
Yeah. And just so everyone is aware, also, guys, the glitch that just happened has nothing to do with the tool. The fact that the tool is an online based tool is the reason the stream kept going. I disappeared because I'm having to use a hotspot because
Oh, you know what's funny? I thought you disappeared on purpose. I thought you were giving me the spotlight.
But I could see why you would think I'd just be like, I'm done, I'm leaving.
No, I thought you were just like, Molly's taking over and teaching. We never would have known. Okay, so this is my personal profile on Facebook. So just a couple of little things about a personal profile on Facebook. You don't want to go too businessy. You want to keep it a good mix between your life, your personal stuff, values, those kind of human stuff, like we call it. So that's why I have my family up in the cover photo. It's not like, go buy stuff from me. We are really big about that. I do have a little sneaky nickname that is Live Video Organic Social, which is kind of sneaky. And then as you come down, you'll see here, which a lot of people don't know, there's a pinned post. And so this happened in the middle of 2021. They made this available to be able to have a pinned post on your personal profile. So this pinned post on my personal profile, live video is dead. If you go back to the beginning of this video, and when Chad asked like what's changed about live video, this is really what's changed. It's basically the same stuff I was talking about there. So what I did in this post is I called out a problem in my industry. Live video is dead, which is like one of the main objections that I hear from our potential clients. And then I say, well, not completely, but its effectiveness has shifted. So in this post, I go through 8, I think, different ways that you can increase your live video results. And so I wrote this as I was flying from Hawaii to California with the Jarvis team, which is my first tip, is to go on amazing trips and vacations because you'll be inspired. So I wrote this on the plane. And I wrote this as a way to prepare for my live video. Now watch what I did here, because I've never seen anybody do this and it worked so crazy well. I actually shared all the tips that I was going to share in an upcoming live video. And at the bottom of this post, I said, if you want to join me for a video where I'm going to dive more into this, just let me know below. Check out this. 752 flip-in comments on this post.
Wow.
What? And so
what you had already shared everything you were going to talk about.
Yeah, that's like the crazy thing, right? Is that I actually put, basically, this was the first time I had done this, but basically I released the show notes before I actually did the video. And it worked so well. So what I did was I did an email, because we're always bringing in people off of the social media platforms to our email list, all that kind of stuff. I did an email to my list and I said, hey, you're in my email community. You may be feeling like live video is dead. And guess what? It can be if you're not strategic about it. So I shared 8 ways that you can blah, blah, blah. Go to this link and you'll see more about it. So I emailed this link to my email list. Then they commented below wanting access to the upcoming video. So what happens from there, because this is my personal profile, we're not using messenger bots or anything like that. But what happens from there is my team, and if you don't have 700 comments, you can do this on your own, but we have an awesome team that helps us with this now at this point. People commented below, and then my team reaches out to them and says, hey, I'm going to send you a message. When they send the message, they say, hey, Molly's going to be doing this video. May I send you the link for it here? And then we send the link via Facebook Messenger that gets them to the live video. Now, the really big important part of this is what allows you to work with the algorithm, because you're getting people to stay on the platform longer. You're building these little touch points, which tells the algorithm, oh, these people are connected. So the next time Kimiko or Nancy, who's here, one of our awesome team members, or Tim goes in and talks to people, the algorithm knows that they're connected already, right? Because we're opening up those connections. And then they were sending people to this live video. Now, the live video was eventually over, right? And I was like, okay, but we still had loads of people commenting on this post. So I came back in and I edited the post so that it said, if you want to join us for our upcoming challenge. So I changed the call to action on the post later once I started getting all this engagement to drive them somewhere else, because I am in charge of the party bus and I am sending them where I want them to go. Bananas. Okay. Then do you have questions about this or can I go on? Questions? Chad? Are we good? Chad's frozen. Okay. That is the best screenshot we should ever take. Chad and I making that. Can I make that face with him? His poor hotspot is like, I'm going to take a screenshot myself of this. Ready? And okay. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. And if you put a Q before it, then it's easier for me to find the questions. All right. So look, I can even move my little thing right here. How cool. Now, when I started this video today, guess what? I didn't actually have any of these other links ready to go, but I use a very specific naming convention that let me know exactly how to find this link. So the naming convention that I used for this was LVD, which is live video dead. So if I want to pull up the Facebook video that is connected to this, I just go to molly.live/FB for Facebook and then LVD. We're going to cross our fingers that this actually works, but it should. And it brings me right to the live video that I did after writing the show notes first, right? Okay, we're going to take this one step further. And from here, once this comes up on the screen, what we do with our live videos, every time we do a live video, we say at the top of the video and then multiple times throughout it, we say, if you would like access to the show notes, just drop the word remind me, all one word, below this post. So if you go to that molly.live/FBLVD and you drop remind me below, a messenger bot will instantly reply to you and will tell you, hey, it looks like you want the show notes from today. If you do, click the button below. Great. What's your email address? We'll send them to you. This is where it gets really, really cool. Like as if it's not cool enough already. What's your email address? We'll send it to you. Then they drop their email address. Then we say, great. If you want the show notes, they'll be ready sometime next week and we'll be adding them to our Facebook group. So we then get them to go to our Facebook group. So now I've gotten someone to come to my Facebook page. I can retarget them with an ad because they're now in my retargeting audience as a video viewer, right? I also have gotten them to engage there and get opted into my messenger bot. So now I can talk to them via messenger and there's things I can do there on my business page. I also got their email address, which automatically subscribes them to our email list. And I'm now sending them to our Facebook group. And inside our Facebook group, which I can show you, we have our Facebook group has the longest name ever. It's live video, organic social, and chatbots. What did I do? Elevate your awesome. Maybe the caps are too much. Hold on, my caps lock is on. Oh. Okay, so inside our Facebook group, we have show notes that are all listed in the files section. And you can see our show notes from 2021 are right here. And guess what? This is where it's going to get even cooler. Your mind is blown. All of the show notes are actually blog posts. So, and we took a break right after this last year because my son got COVID and all these crazy things happened. So I haven't done my live videos regularly for about 3 months. We're starting again today. Here, which I already had pulled this one up, these are the show notes from that video. And guess what? I pulled this one up really easily because I use the same exact naming convention. So this link is molly.live SNLVD. Molly.live show notes live video dead. Molly.live SNLVD. So I was able to pull these show notes up right away. Now watch this. It's going to get even cooler. Are you okay? Are you okay? Am I going too fast? Should I keep going? Let me know in the chat. We have like 13 minutes left. And I think this may be blowing your mind. Okay. And I'm going to come back and I'll answer these questions in a moment. So guess what? That's the same exact text that was in my Facebook post. Same exact text that was in that post. Hello. And I have the video is embedded here on my blog post using Simple Social Press, which we love. And the comments that were there initially on the video are all here in the comments below the post. What amazing. Okay. And then we take it one step further. If we go to our Instagram, you can see that not only have I chopped up the video into little snippets, which you can do with Wave, as we talked about here. I also, so if like I go to these videos, I have little snippets. So like this one, there's one about, oh, this is from that actual video. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Okay, so that's actually chopped out from that video. And then we can send people back to the show notes. We can send them wherever, but I took it even one step further. There's a couple other things, but even one step further where I actually did a reel that I recorded brand new about this using the same exact tips, but I changed the title. Check this out. I changed the title to Is Organic Social Dead? But it's the same exact tips that I used in that other post. Watch this. I clicked the wrong thing.
I'm going to say to you, no, correct, goodbye.
So here I'm capitalizing on a sound that had gone viral. I'm capitalizing on the fact that this is so easy for me to just like lip sync that. And look at this, same exact copy. Talk to humans, blah, 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 all that stuff right here. And then we have quote cards and all that kind of stuff. We also turn it into a podcast, like blah, 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 blah. But easily one piece of content just allowed me to have 74 people like this on Instagram. So now I can go talk to them. All of this is not the objective of this, like what Chad was saying earlier, where I always have a strategy and intention and objective. My objective is not to get more people to watch my live videos. My objective is to get more people in conversation where they recognize that they need my support and that they come and they join us in our Show Up with Video program where we have all of this stuff templatized and all of the systems are in there and they can get weekly calls from me. I don't care about the vanity metrics of my live video each week. I want conversations. Boom. Okay, I'm going to answer questions. No, if we're okay. All right. Do I recycle them all at the same time or do I spread them out a few days between? So we do kind of mix it up a little bit. We have a system, and now we do this for our clients too. We have a program where we repurpose for them, and it's all the system, but then we sprinkle the content out, over time. Chad, am I good to? Oh, I can't hear you. Hello. Oh, I didn't turn the volume down. You are silent, Chad. I think you have to turn your sound off and then back on again. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm going to keep going. I can't hear you. Can you guys hear Chad? Oh,
okay, guys, sorry. I think Chad's connection is not great. It's frozen.
But it means we got Katie here, which is, Kate, so good. Kate, hooray.
Trying to step in. And Molly, it was mind-blowing. I've learned personally so much. And I'll try to watch it again and actually pay attention to what you're saying and try to implement it because I think it will be helpful for everyone. Chad, I'm sorry I'm taking on your role because I know your connection is horrible and I know that your camera is blurring, but people are waiting for the prizes to be announced and we cannot ignore them anymore because people are getting nervous. Where are my prizes and blah, blah, blah. And it's like almost 50 minutes of the show, so I'm sorry. But it's time for prizes. And today, thank you to Molly. We have very cool prizes. So first of all, Molly's course. It goes to Katie Simpson.
Ah, hooray!
Yes, and Katie, please contact us and let us know about your address. You can contact me directly in a group or...
I know Katie, so I can reach out to Katie too. So that's awesome.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect. And Ella Glasgow, children's book.
Yay, Ella!
Yay!
Hooray!
Please, Kezer, if I read his last name right, gets your 10 of something book.
Oh, and so everybody's going to get that. Actually, so everybody can get that. It's a free thing. You just put your email address in, and then what you'll get is our 10 top performing social media posts. So if you go to molly.live/WV for Wave Video, molly.live/WV, you'll go to our top 10 social media posts, and you'll be able to get access to all of those. And it'll be a really good thing for you to go in and kind of dissect what I've done in these top performing posts that have been able to drive more traffic to our videos and also to open more conversations.
So if you please can comment with this link.
Yeah, molly.live. Can I add a comment there?
You can do guest chat. And
sure. Totally. Oh my gosh, I just realized that was there. I saw it there earlier, but I never actually looked at it.
I think Chad is back. Hi, Chad. And anyway, so we will add it to the comments. And Julia, please add the link to the comments. Sorry. And stickers. Everybody loves stickers because they stick with you forever, right? So Marcy, Hayles, Cody get stickers with yellow Chad, and Down Osmer Cummings, he also gets stickers.
Yay! Congratulations!
Yeah, congratulations, everyone, with the prizes. And again, if you let us know the winners, if you let us know your addresses for stickers to be sent, and for the children book, that would be perfect. Other winners, please wait for this link to be posted in the comments, and we will share 10 performing tips with all of you. So thank you.
And I think I'm back.
Yes, you are.
Holy moly, and all of the mollies and olies and mollies. So my internet connection, my real one, is now restored. Obviously that has absolutely nothing to do with my camera's ability to do anything. But I'm not going to get up and switch to my other one, which would be so much clearer. But hey, congratulations to all the winners, and congratulations to everyone who got to hear everything that Molly had to say today. I'm going to have to catch a lot of it on the replay because I wasn't able to hear it. Thanks to wonderful.
I know we had some questions too. Do you want to take some time to answer a little bit of time to answer the questions? Would that be okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's so many comments here. So let's see if we can find.
It's super helpful to have the Q before it. So I know people had put Qs before the questions, which is so great.
Okay, first of all, if you don't mind, there was a question. Are you using any other tools besides Wave today?
No. That's a great question. You know, in the past, I have produced shows, and I had to do things using OBS and bring external things in and do all this other crazy stuff in order to do some of the creative things that I wanted to do in my show. And what's great about the people at Wave is they heard everyone saying, hey, we want to be able to do this. And Wave said, I always use the phrase, here, hold my beer, right? And they made it happen. So there's so much more that's coming. We're just scratching the surface of all the things that we want to be able to do with this tool. So to answer your question, we're only using the Wave video online live streaming tool. That's all we're using.
And it's flipping cool.
Yeah.
And second question was to Molly. How many platforms do you recommend to multi-stream to simultaneously for the
when you're first getting started? I recommend to start with just 2, because you want to make sure that you're not missing comments. You want to make sure that you're able to still go up and connect with people. It's not just about post and pray. You want to make sure that you're actually able to be strategic with it. And for a lot of people, going in all those different places, you don't actually make the most out of it. So I recommend to pick one that you love, that you're going to really focus on, and then have one as a secondary option when you're getting started. And then you can add on to it. All of this is really a parfait. You start with the, you know, the base, and then you add things on. So it's these layers, and you get comfortable with each layer, and then you add more on, and then you can add the sprinkles at the top.
So any two platforms that you would like to kind of emphasize for the beginners?
Yeah, for me, it's Facebook and YouTube. And that depends on where your people are. And like I said earlier, what brings you joy. I also have, I know we had some questions about like a recap or wanting to, like, there's some questions about the naming convention. I also have this screenshot or this, this infographic. If you want to bring that screen up on again into this stream, I have an infographic that really says the whole thing. And, you know, we have a program where we teach this and we dive deeper into the whole thing, but this is the basic system. You can screenshot it. I know it looks totally crazy. It's perfect to put Chad right in the middle. I love it. And it consists of the APR method, which is announce, pretend, even if nobody's there live, pretend that they are, and then repurpose. And so we have in our programs checklists for each of this, and we have 3 different versions of the checklist. So you have like the easy one, the slightly more difficult, and then the advanced one. But this is the full system where everything is being repurposed in the show notes and all that. So you can take a screenshot of that and then, you know, jump into that. It's good. And with the repurposing link, I'm not actually able to edit the video through Facebook. I'm just using a forwarding link. You could do a subdomain if you have a website that has a slightly shorter name. The prepared performer is really difficult to say, and it's really difficult to type, and it doesn't fit on like a story graphic. So I use molly.live, and then I use Rebrandly. Like if I wanted to forward this link, I just come up here and I click. Oh, you can't see it, but there's a little drop-down menu that pops up right here, and I could make molly.live, and I could make a link for this image where then I could share it easily. And I know that it's a lot. So like it's a lot, but you just, it's something that you build on over time. And that's why, you know, we're committed to helping people to learn each step of it, which is awesome. So, okay. I think those are the only 2 questions that I really saw that I wanted to make sure we got. Perfect. Hooray.
Wow.
And you can actually, the thing about YouTube live links, you can actually change that. Did you know that there's a setting that you can go to change that? So like Yulia said that YouTube live doesn't allow links. That happened to us when we had this change that we made from Facebook to YouTube. Nancy, a member of our team, kept getting blocked for spam, saying that she wasn't allowed to post a link. But you can actually go into the backside of your YouTube in the settings and approve a specific user to be able to be like a moderator, and then they can share the links.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's so that's how do you keep up with all of the changes and all the things that keep going on?
I'm just obsessed with it. I think
that's the key. You have to be obsessed.
Well, so I mean, this is the thing. I think people feel like they need to be an expert at everything, but you don't. You just need to combine your expertise with somebody else's expertise. And I have decided that that's what I'm going to be obsessed with and an expert at. But like Ella, for example, who won our children's book, she's an expert at virtual and hybrid events. So if I need help about that, I'm going to partner with her. I'm not going to try and figure it out on my own. Same thing, Chad. Like, so we didn't even talk about GIFs. Oh my gosh, y'all, we had a GIF that we repurposed from a live video that was shared over 70,000 times because Chad fixed my Giphy account so that you can actually share your GIFs via like all the social media platforms. If you search Molly Mahoney on any of the social media platforms, you'll see all of my GIFs. And it's awesome because it means that anybody can share those GIFs for regular search terms. And on Christmas Eve of 2020, one of my GIFs got shared over 70,000 times because it happened to be the right message that people were talking about that night. Crazy. And Chad, we can't hear again, but I bet he's telling you that he can help you with GIFs. And
Chad, can we hear you? Okay.
I'm on there twice.
You're there. There you are. There you are. Okay, perfect. Oh, now we have. Oh my gosh, your camera.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
Okay. It's okay. I think Chad.
You're gonna have to use my you're gonna have to see my icon, I guess. I have the audio switched to the other camera, so but at least you could this is my face. This is what I look like for real. This has been so much fun and such a fiasco and a train wreck and full of gems and nuggets and wonder and sadness and joy. And we just took you we try to take you on an emotional roller coaster. That's the goal. And
you know what's going to happen? Here's what's going to happen. A month from now, when you've started repurposing, you've started multi-streaming, you're using Wave, you're going to look back because you're getting such awesome results. Maybe you started getting some more support from me. Maybe you had Chad help you to set up your gifts. Maybe you're talking to Kate because you're so stoked about Wave, and you're going to look back on this moment and you're going to say, man, I am so glad I set aside the time to be there with you on this video today, that I came back and I watched the replay to get a couple extra nuggets because my life has changed.
That's right. And this may be the time where we finally decide, instead of a yellow Chad, maybe we'll make a blurry Chad sticker.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Live video. It's so much fun. Molly, I can't thank you enough for being here, for keeping things going. Kate, for jumping in and saving the day while I dealt with this wonderful internet issue. But that's part of the reason we come here each and every week, is so that we can learn together how to live better. And next week we will be here with our special guest, Jim Fuse. We're going to be talking about Amazon Live.
Ooh, I'm so excited. I haven't started playing with it yet, but I really want to.
Yep. Also, the ability to stream from the Wave platform into that isn't that far off.
Cool.
Okay. It is being worked on. It will happen, and it's not one of those a year, 2 years from now we're still telling you, well, we're going to make it happen. No, we're going to make it happen. And thank you, Chris. I will get a black and white glossy, autograph it, and send that over to you. Thanks for the comment about my handsome face, but I do what I can with what God gave me. But next week we're gonna have Jim Fuse here. Molly, thank you for all the gems. Folks, make sure you join us next week as we learn together how to live better.